Good evening. Matt here from theshavingcadre.com, otherwise known as Lukey3262. Today I'm going to be using some vintage Crabtree and Evelyn Mysore Sandalwood shaving soap. Had this one for a while. I needed to crack it open again. It's been forever since I've had it out. So we're going to give that a try. I'm also going to be using Captain's Choice Sandalwood. Came by way of trade to me by, I believe, KJ. And the Art of Shaving Sandalwood Balm for my balm tonight. As for hardware, I'm going to be using a vintage George Butler keen razor with the Shakespeare on it. Keen as the razor's edge, invisible, from Love's Labor Lost. And this razor came by way of a Facebook Marketplace transaction where I actually went over and helped the lady figure out what all she had so that she could sell it right and not get fleeced for it. And so I just honed that up the other day. And then I'm going to be using a Sorentino Brushworks Badger. And I'm going to load up kind of on the light side, I'd say. Dry side, I mean. Usually these soaps, they really don't like a ton of water to start with. So we're going to go a little light. And I did, because this one hasn't been used in some time, I did give it a little bit of time to wake up. I put a little water on top of it. So we will see what happens. But the Sandalwood variant, or Sandalwood, tallow variant should do really well. And it's already working up beautifully. So, oh my gosh, this one wakes up amazingly, and it hangs on to its scent. This soap has to be somewhere around 20 plus years old, and it just, wow, beautiful sandalwood scent. The Crabtree and Evelyn Sandalwood is very sought after soap, kind of hard to find on eBay, and when you do find it, a lot of times it's listed for like $100+. And that's the later variant of this soap, which has the red packaging. This has like the brown and yellow packaging from the 1980s and early 90s. But they both lather really well. And I'm going to say this one lathers slightly better. And I'm going to blow this thing up. I think I better stop. I mean, proto-lather wise, this thing's going to blow a lot of the soaps I usually use out of the water. Not to say that the other soaps are no good. This one just kind of explodes. Wow. To be honest, it's been so long since I've touched this one, I didn't expect it to go this crazy. It's like all over my hands and all over the counter, but cool. So, clean up for a sec. All right, but what's going on with us today? Yesterday we had really nice day. Went over to my mom's house for barbecue. Went out to the Firecracker Festival out in Festus, Missouri. Had a phenomenal time. My little boy's first time at a carnival, and he really enjoyed himself. And of course, we stayed out way too late, and that's fine. But had an amazing time. Rode a bunch of rides, got to watch the fireworks. A lot of people watching. Interesting folks out. And in general, just had an amazing time. I want to say that I ended up getting this soap by way of Facebook Marketplace some time ago. And I think it was part of a lot that came with a straight razor, a Dovo, which I still need to hone. But you know, there's a lot of guys get out there and they buy a factory straight razor like a Dovo, and they don't know what goes along with shaving with a straight. They don't know the maintenance. And then on top of that, they don't realize that most of those straights don't come shave ready. They take it home, shave with it a few times, realize it's horrid, and they can't get a good shave. And especially 10 or 12 years ago, it's hard to find somebody to hone one. And so, sit in their cabinet for a long time, and their wife gets tired of looking at it, and she turns around and sells it. And that's how I came across this soap. And good for me, right? All right. Now this razor is freshly honed on some Jasper. Let's see how it goes. All right, so I'm trying to hurry up and shave here. I've got the TSC Zoom call coming up here in just about 45 minutes. But hopefully, speed shaving all goes well. I can tell you, this 100-plus-year-old razor is doing phenomenal. I finished it with 3 other razors. The other night, and I did the Super Stones, the Naniwa Super Stones. And then I ended up finishing this one. I think I touched it to the Calico Cream for maybe about 10, 15 laps. And then I finished it on my Ancient Ocean Jasper from Natural Whetstone Sharpening. And I'll show off these stones. I mention them quite often. I don't talk about the Calico Cream quite as much. It's not, I mean, I think of it more as a pre-finisher, but it is a pure finisher. It will give a great edge. This is the Calico Cream. It's got some beautiful color to it. Love this stone. It's nice. It's an inch thick. And I got to tell you, it was not crazy on the dollars. I met the guy on Facebook. But it's like a fine grain quartz is my understanding. But it does really well. It's softer. But then my Jasper is extremely hard. I mean, as hard or harder than the hardest Black Arkansas. But this thing is amazing. It's a quick cutter. So enough show and tell. I'll keep on with the shave because I got to get going. Still got to help the wife with finishing up dinner before I can get on the call, and probably have a few other things to do around the house. I saw Handle Barber Dave's, saw his video today, and congratulations to Jerry for winning the train wreck giveaway for Dave's 700th subscriber. So congratulations to Jerry, otherwise known as Finster on the forums. And man, I mean, I overloaded that thing like crazy. Wow. Probably needed about half the load time I did. I thought because it was so dry I'd need some extra, but I guess I just need to bust out the soap some more. Anyway, good job, Jerry. Great shave, Dave. Glad you didn't cut yourself today. Good job. And I also caught Nurse Dave's shave too. If you guys don't follow Nurse Dave or Barber Dave, please do. They're great dudes. Great videos. Whew, this edge is very keen. Feels great, but whew. And it's a nice quarter hollow razor. Great for me. When I'm shaving on one day of growth, usually one day of growth, my stubble is so tight to the skin. A full hollow will cause a little bit of irritation for me, but quarter hollow is fantastic. Yeah, today, unfortunately, the little boy, he was complaining about his ear bothering him yesterday evening. And he got up this morning, he was still complaining. And so, ended up taking him to the urgent care. And unfortunately, he has a ear infection, and probably a double ear infection. And started getting a little sniffles today too, so. He's going to be hanging out with us. Low key for the next day or two. While Mom and I attempt to work, but I doubt we're going to get much work in. but he's doing all right. Gosh, these George Butlers. I love these razors. Of the brands that I really love and really cherish within my den, George Butler is right up there with the CV Halgistrands. If anything, just because they made just a really cool razor. Having Shakespeare on it, and there's other variants of this razor. I just feel like they keep a great edge, and I'm sure they're like a lot of any of the other Sheffield manufacturers from the 1800s all the way through the early 1900s, but they're just fantastic razors. But probably right behind my CV Halgistrands. But I got a little silly with these guys. I've got a couple of 2 razor sets and multiple singles, and just really enjoy them. I really need to look into more info on their history. I'm sure they were purchased by someone as well. I know their knives sell for big money. Their Bowie knives sell for huge money online. But you don't often see a lot of their razors. Alright. And I mean, it's got fantastic jimps on it too. I mean, just high quality, high class razor. Oh yeah, doing good. Yeah, I could tell there on my upper lip. It always seems like right here that I think that the hair grows a little funny. I could feel I was getting myself a little bit right here, so I got a few weepers going on right there. But 'tis what it is. Oh well. Sorry for the quietness. The edge is very sharp and I'm trying to mind my jugular. All right, that's all she wrote, guys. That's a good shave. I missed one spot. I'm gonna have to, not a spot, but I gotta do a little touch up right there under my chin, or under my lip. Oops. Feels like I gave myself a little pressure, too much pressure right here too, but that's on me. Not a whole lot of post-shave slickness on the Crabtree and Evelyn. I mean, it's there. I mean, if you put a little water on it, you're slick. But definitely wants to go very smooth and powdery on your face. Oh. I'm being detailed. There we go. Now we're done. All right, and I will use the witch hazel that shall not be named. Like the rest of my cohort. Been using the same witch hazel for a lot of years, and mentioning them a lot and pumping them a lot. And surprisingly, you'd think that the witch hazel company that we purchased a lot of witch hazel from, you'd think that they would recognize the wet shaving community, but I know that the wet shaving community is pretty small to them, so they probably don't care about us, but they're, I'm sure, certain more angled toward the beauty products sector than caring what a bunch of wet shavers are doing. But yeah, I think we're gonna maybe try out some different brands. Heck, drugstore witch hazel works fine too. All right, so I've mentioned the Shaving Cadre. Obviously, you know I'm from theshavingcadre.com. My towel says I'm from theshavingcadre.com. What is theshavingcadre.com for you new guys that are watching my video? If you've hung out this long, theshavingcadre.com is a awesome place, an awesome forum to get together, talk about shaving, talk about life, become friends with each other. We do all these videos. A lot of guys do videos because we really enjoy doing them and want other people to check out the wet shaving hobby, / lifestyle, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, I mean, that's what the Shaving Cadre is. I mean, we're just a group of folks that have a great time. It's not just guys. There's a couple ladies over there too. Yeah, so please join us. And if you want to watch some of the videos from the other guys that are posting videos, please check out Nurse Dave, Handlebarber Dave, Scuttle Soap, Long Haul Tanker. There's a bunch of us out there doing them. Links in description, or rather I'll tag them in the description so you can check out their pages. Also, by the way, Captain's Choice Sandalwood. Very nice, clean sandalwood scent. pairs perfectly with the Crabtree and Evelyn. Very nice. Actually, it kind of blends evenly in. And then for my balm today, again, I'm going to be using the Art of Shaving. I wanted to show you, I think I did a 45-second to a minute load. This is how much soap I still had left sitting in my brush. So this is a really great lathering soap, and you do not need to, especially since it's now unobtainium, a guy probably should not be loading near as much as he has into his brush. But you know what? It's my soap. I can do whatever I want with it. So if I want to load it hard, I will. Like they say with a lot of these soaps, first time you use it, just load it like you hate it, and then figure it out from there. All right, so let's throw some balm on, and I need to get going. I gotta go help with dinner. Let's do about 2 pumps from the Sandalwood Art of Shaving. And that's all she wrote, guys. Thanks for sticking around for a shave with me. I hope you guys come and join us at theshavingcodrick.com. Please like and subscribe. And as always, I guess I'll shave with you later.